13 more questions answered about Ohio's health insurance exchange. What's that? It's not called the exchange anymore? The marketplace? No. 13 more questions answered about Ohio's health insurance marketplace. That's right. Okay. Hi, I'm Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance Agency. If you remember, at the end of last year, I put together a list of 13 commonly asked questions about Ohio's then health insurance exchange. If you don't remember, you can watch the video right here. Nice little annotation to click on. And it turns out that list of questions turned out to be very popular. You enjoyed it, as did everyone else that was scrambling to find information on these exchanges, these marketplaces, this new place that you're going to be able to buy health insurance from here in just a few short months. So I thought, what better time than now? We're just going to go ahead. Let's go 13 more questions that you probably are asking yourself about these health insurance marketplaces, specifically in Ohio. Number one, is it called the exchange or the marketplace? Well, as the goofy little intro probably already told you, it's actually the health insurance marketplace. Back in January, at the end of January, the Obama administration quietly decided to rename the health insurance exchanges to now be known as the health insurance marketplace. Why would you call an online store an exchange? I mean, this isn't 1998 and you're not opening up a used CD store. I mean, are those still around even? I mean, those were called exchanges, right? Number two, so where does this marketplace exist? Where can you go to access these plans and buy from this marketplace? Well, with most states still yet to have their marketplaces go live, and some people predicting that it's impossible for these states and the federal government to even meet the deadline of October 1st of this year to start enrollment, I don't know where you're going to go yet. I wish I had a better answer for you. The best place that I can point you to right now is healthcare.gov/marketplace. You can read their fluff page on how the marketplace will create an infinite supply of unicorns and rainbows, and possibly a few pots of gold with even a leprechaun or two thrown in. Outside of that, OhioHealthInsuranceMarketplace.com does not exist yet. Bottom line, we don't know where you're going to go, but you can rest assured that as soon as that information is released, I will definitely bring that to you. Number three, when can you buy a plan from the marketplace? As I briefly alluded to in the last question, October 1st of this year, 2013, will be the first day that enrollment will open up. The health insurance marketplace will open its virtual doors for you to rush in and buy these fantastically created brand new health insurance policies that will be ready for you. However, it is important to note that those policies, while you can apply in October, they will not take effect until January 1st of 2014. So then number four, will the marketplace operate on an open enrollment schedule? And what is open enrollment? The simple answer, yes, it is going to function on an open enrollment schedule. Like I briefly stated above, you will have from October 1st of 2013 until March 31st, 2014 to buy a health insurance plan from the marketplace and from what we've been told from any other insurance company on the private market as well. You're going to have a 6-month window, that's it, to buy health insurance. Outside of that, they will close their doors for the rest of the year and you will no longer be able to buy a health insurance policy. Number five, what are the medals about? Plain and simple, they are the Affordable Care Act's way of simplifying the health insurance buying process. They've created 4 different levels of medals to distinguish the benefits that they pay out. You're going to have a platinum plan, which pays for 90% of your overall health insurance expenses. You're going to have a gold plan, which pays 80%, a silver plan, which pays 70%, and a bronze plan that pays 60%. You're also going to want to be aware that insurance companies, as of right now, sounds like they will be able to offer several different plans within one metal level. So that means Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, for example, could have maybe 5 silver plans, while Medical Mutual of Ohio may only have 2 silver plans. Number 6, will health savings account plans be sold in the marketplace? Well, they should. As of right now, they are just barely meeting the 60% requirement of bronze level plans. Just a little insurance pro tip, it's probably in your best interest to pull for the survival of health savings account plans. While they're included right now, there are people within the administration and people who support Obamacare who have been gunning to eliminate these plans altogether. You're going to want to make sure they stick around simply because if you make a comfortable living and do not qualify for a federal tax credit or subsidy to cover part of your health insurance costs, well, they may just be the best option to save your bank account's life. Number 7, what are the income requirements for qualifying for a tax credit and subsidy? Great question. As you can see, an individual can make as little as $10,830, and a family of 4 can make all the way up to $88,200. If you or your family fall within any of these income ranges, well, you are probably going to be the only people who experience the true Affordable Care Act. Everyone else, well, they're going to be dealing with the kind of expensive, made me pay more for stuff act. Something like that. I don't have a catchy name for it, but that's what they're going to be experiencing, because for somebody who makes $43,337, or that family of 4 that makes $88,201, well, you are going to want to start thinking about your options and how you're going to cover the excess cost that everybody is predicting is going to roll around here when the Affordable Care Act takes hold in 2014. There are no cost-saving measures currently in place to help you offset that increase. Also, a nice big disclaimer. Don't think just because you have a job that traditionally offers good benefits that you won't be affected by this. Teachers, government employees, and other unionized industries stand to suffer the greatest sticker shock come 2014. Number 8, how much is the individual mandate or tax or responsible, whatever, they have a problem with names. Whatever they're calling that thing that's going to make you buy health insurance, how is it going to affect you? That's another great question. The amount of money that you're going to be required to pay is going to be based on an overall percentage of your annual income, or a fixed fee, whichever is greater. In 2014, it's going to cost you $95 a year for just a single individual, or 1% of your overall income, whichever is greater. For a family in 2014, it's going to be $285, or again, 1% of that total income. As you can see, it's going to increase each year following in 2015 and 2016. Number 9, will you be exempt from buying health insurance? Well, I highly doubt it, but anything is possible. Well, if you think you're going to be a person who does qualify for that exemption, here's what you have to do. Employees whose individual insurance costs would exceed 8% of his or her own household income, individuals who earn below the minimum filing amount, anyone who has suffered a hardship preventing them from obtaining insurance, Native American tribes, and certain religious groups such as the Amish and the Mennonites. Number 10, who can help you buy a plan? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a question that I'm most concerned with, and one that you should be too. It looks like anyone who is able to sell you a plan now will be able to help you understand your options within the marketplace. This is, of course, if they take the time to complete the 3 to 4 hour registration process that the federal government has required of independent agents and brokers. There will also be an entire new profession created specifically designed to help assist you in selecting a health insurance policy. These people are called Navigators and will be employed directly by the federal government to help you understand the options available to you within the marketplace. Number 11, what's a navigator? Well, naming issues aside, a navigator is basically the government's alternative to the independent agent or broker. The biggest conflict of interest that has yet to play out with the navigator profession is their true, unbiased professional opinion, since they will only be allowed to assist you with these government-approved plans within the marketplace. There will be a private marketplace of its own that they will not have any access to or any knowledge of. Will they be able to provide you with the most robust, big-picture outlook of your options? Only time will tell. And I didn't even talk about their lack of experience and the fact that they may not even have to be licensed. What? Not even licensed? Number 12, should you consider buying a plan in the marketplace if you have coverage through work? Well, sure, why not? Especially if you meet those certain income requirements that we talked about earlier. It's possible that that health insurance in the marketplace is going to be significantly more affordable than what you have at work. Don't think just because your job is offering health insurance that there isn't a better deal out there. Anyone who's giving you certain or absolute insurance advice today, well, they're either delusional or psychic. My guess is they're probably delusional. We all have ideas, hypotheses, educated guesses, whatever, about what's going to happen next year. Until these new regulations and laws have a chance to play out, it's impossible to say what you should or should not do. And number 13, what about the small business marketplace or shop? Let's hope this doesn't happen to the individual marketplace. Like a highly anticipated video game, it has been delayed until next year. Small business marketplaces were supposed to be a place where employers could offer their employees a multitude of health insurance options. Instead, they're just going to have one available now. So I want to thank you for taking the time to make it all the way through to the end of this video. If you made it this far, chances are you've valued the information that we provided to you. So now I have just one question for you. Can you tell me what your insurance agent has done for you today? Maybe even not today, I'll give them the entire week. How about maybe even the whole month? What has your insurance agent done for you in the last 30 days? For those of you keeping score at home, you now have 26 answers to common and important questions surrounding the health insurance marketplaces. And all this probably without having to even get out of your pajamas. If your current health insurance agent hasn't told you one thing about what to expect with healthcare reform or how to prepare for it, I want you to do one of two things. First, download my free ebook, The Complete Guide to Individual and Family Health Insurance. It's going to walk you through everything that you need to know right now about getting health insurance. There isn't a better option out there to help you understand how to get the best bang for your buck with your health insurance. Or take the time to subscribe to this channel right here to make sure that you're always receiving the most latest updates from a real health insurance agent who knows what's going on. We do have a blog post on this same very topic that is linked in this video's description. I would always encourage you to check that out. So, but again, I am Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance Agency. Take it easy, everyone.